Good evening, everyone. From my deck again with the birds and the frogs. It's pretty beautiful and I feel really lucky. And I'm going to talk to you again briefly about one of my other services that I offer. This one is the funeral service. And there are probably a lot of people who've never had to plan a funeral and aren't really sure where the role of the celebrant comes into that. So I'm going to run you through it. The first port of call after the death of a loved one is usually the funeral home or the funeral director, and you'll meet with them to discuss things like transportation, the viewing, the time of the funeral, and a lot of the other details around the process. At that point, they'll ask you if you have a celebrant that you want to conduct the service. If you know a celebrant, then you'll give the funeral director their name and then they will make the contact from there. You can approach the celebrant personally if you like and have the celebrant contact the funeral home. What happens then is if you don't know a celebrant, you can actually just tell the funeral home or the funeral director what kind of celebrant you're looking for, and that can be everything from a demographic to a vibe or an energy or a style of celebrant that you're looking for. And the funeral director will go to their books where they will have a long list of celebrants and they'll choose somebody that they feel is appropriate for your service. Then they'll get in touch with that celebrant and they'll check their availability. Once that celebrant's confirmed their availability, they'll be in touch with the people, with the family, the people who are arranging the funeral, and they'll make the discussions about the people who'd like to speak at the funeral. A good celebrant is going to be able to assist you with writing the eulogy and planning the order in which speakers, blessings, they'll offer rituals, they'll offer symbolism, and they'll be able to bring what you're looking for to the service. So they'll have a meeting with the celebrant, and then on the day, the celebrant will act as a guide throughout the service, and the funeral directors themselves act as professional managers of the event. So building a close, trusting relationship with your celebrant is important. So it's always good to have somebody that you know that you're able to relate to and that's going to do justice to the memory and celebrate the life and the grieving process that is to come after the death of a loved one. So the cost of a celebrant is usually going to be built in to the amount of money that you'll pay to the funeral director. It's usually about $400 and it's built into the service. You wouldn't normally pay the celebrant separately. So I hope that clarifies a few things around the process of a funeral celebrant and their role, and feel free to PM me or make a comment with any questions that you like. Thanks for sharing a little bit of a moment with me this evening.